Oh dear. What the hell is going on with the Labour Party? What on earth is Keir Starmer thinking? Yesterday I made a video about, Natalie Elphicke MP has just been embraced pretty much by Keir Starmer into the Labour Party. You know, she's a Tory, through and through. She really is. Right-wing Tory. And now she's joined Labour. It makes very little sense. Unless she's Sunak's mole. Yeah, infiltrator, maybe. Thing is, you see, there's nothing about that woman that is socialist whatsoever. And although you could argue that the Labour Party is, headed more centre-right. Yeah, Tory light, you could say. Under Keir Starmer. All the people at West Street, he wants to privatise the NHS. I really want to vote for Labour. I really do. Actually, I really want to vote for the Green Party, but, you know, they've got to stand a chance around my way. For instance, you know, there's a landslide last year in the local elections for Broadland District Council. Under Tories, Labour don't stand a chance there. That'd be, if there was an opposition, you know, the likely opposition in the Broadland area would be the Liberal Democrats. But we need to remember who this flippin' Natalie Elphicke woman is. And she took over from her husband, Charlie Elphicke, who was convicted for rape and sexual assault as a Tory MP. You know, it seems to be a prerequisite for Tories, doesn't it, you know? There's quite a few sexual offenders that get convicted within the Tory party, or at least stand down. If you're lucky. Putting his bone on somebody's head. It's just, these people, they're just foul. So what is Keir Starmer thinking? It's not a good look for Labour. I know you're going to get other commentators out there and they're going to say, well, they're doing it for this reason or doing it for that reason. Poke in the eye for, you know, the old Richie Sunak and his short trousers. I don't think that's good enough. No. What really gets me, or gets my goat, is when I see Keir Starmer ostracising Diane Abbott and Jeremy Corbyn, both socialists. You don't have to agree with their views, you know, and they've said some pretty stupid things. Nothing like Natalie Elphicke. Should I say Elphicke? More like it. She stood up there in Parliament trying to tell the House that the coups at Dover and the Farage garages all queuing up, what have you. It was a couple of years ago now. She said, it wasn't because of Brexit. When it obviously was because of Brexit. We wouldn't have the queues if it wasn't for Brexit. It was just a statement of fact. As James Brown would say, it's just counting. You know? It's not difficult to understand. Yet she's trying to make out it's not because of Brexit. Now she's in Labour. I know they say, she's going to be an MP and all that, you know. So what position is she going to hold within the Labour Party? You know? Could she change her mind? Could she still hold on to that? I know she'd have to be accepted as an MP in the next nomination, you know, as an MP for Dover. They've already got somebody for that, haven't they? But she does have a following in Dover. Now, I did have a comment on my previous video about Natalie Elphicke, and who said that, well, I'm in Dover, I live in Dover, and that woman is, well, she's awful. A diabolical person. Has done absolutely nothing for the area. I believe that. Because she's an opportunist. Career politician. She just follows the wind, and the wind looks like it's blowing towards Labour at the moment, so hang on, how do I say my job? She'd have nothing, would she? You know? I say that's tough tea, wouldn't you? Well, husband, Charlie Elphicke, who was convicted for crikey, there's just so many of them, for rape and sexual assault. She stood up there defending him. She defended her husband. Say, oh, he's good looking, you know. It's bound to happen. It's like she's blaming rape victims. That's where it really gets my goat. That Keir Starmer doesn't see that. People like that, you avoid like the flippin' plague. People who disturb your chi, you push them away. That's what you should do. Get rid of them. If you've got people in your family and what have you, even so-called loved ones that make your life a flippin' misery, you've got to push them back. You've got to push back at them. You have to. Otherwise, you're just going to be depressed. It's negative. Too much negativity, and that's the effect that she's going to have on the Tory party. And there's MPs, there's so many MPs, crikey. Looking at the comments, if you see some of the, even on the BBC, a lot of the comments on there from other MPs. They're not happy. It's going to cause a lot of disharmony within the Labour Party. Even with, what was that? Souter, Dan Souter. Was it last week when he defected to Labour? He too is a bit of an issue as far as other Labour MPs are concerned. At least he's one of the more moderates, if you could say, I suppose. he's not a complete nut job. But they're all career politicians. They are. They'll come up with some excuse about the NHS or something like that. That's all they are, is career politicians. They're just looking after themselves, feathering their own nests, making sure they hold on to their position, even if they're not even an MP. They want status, you see, or power, you know. And it's they do anything to keep it. If you wonder what I'm doing, I've got a bit of tape on here, stopping the sun on the lens, and it keeps flopping in front of the lens. I'm gonna take that off. Yeah. It's like a Len Hood, if you know what I mean. Well, she defended her husband. A rapist. And like I say, it really gets my goat. And my dear wife, Caroline, first marriage was very dodgy. Used to beat her up, drag her about the house by her legs and what have you. And obviously, you know what that leads to. Don't worry, she is open to it. She wouldn't mind me talking about it. In fact, it's important that people do, actually, instead of bottling it all up. These sort of situations, you know, rape and what have you. That's why people get away with it, you see. You don't speak out. Sometimes, no matter how difficult it is, how hard it is, and the people that that you're worried to other people might hurt because you talk about rape or something like that, you know, it's important that you do to protect others. It's not always that easy, is it? No. She's got me now, so she's lucky, isn't she? But Natalie Elphicke, crikey. She stood out there with flipping Nigel Farage with binoculars, staring across the channel, looking for boats. And that little Zodiac comes along, so she says. That had not gone across that channel. I'm a boating man. I know how dirty these flipping boats are. Sludge, slime and diesel and bits of old shit all over the flipping sea. You know? Like slime. It all sticks to the waterline of the boat. There's no way that came across that channel. No way. And besides, they're not the boats that these so-called economic or illegal migrants, so-called, you know what I mean, they're not the boats that they were coming over in anyway. They don't have expensive Zodiacs, they have things that pop, you know, and outboards that probably Chinese and stuff like that, you see. Whatever they can find, old second-hand ones that fail. Zodiacs do not pop and drown people. No. Those things are tough as old boots, they are. That's why people love them. because they're brilliant. They really are. I used to have an old Zodiac. It's a tender on a boat. Those were the days when I had money. Not anymore. Anyway, what do you reckon? I would really like to know what you think, because do you think it's going to damage the Labour Party, or is this some sort of cunning plot by Keir Starmer? I can't see it, though. Personally, I just can't see it. And if you wonder what I'm doing out here, I'm going to be going around, and today, hopefully, I feel up to it. Well, I'll do some of it. We've got those trees. I don't know if you can see them. There's loads of trees over there, behind those trees, and over there in those trees. But the grass is growing around them. We need to go around there and actually clear all the grass out around the trees and make sure all the signs are clear as well, because we'll put signs with the trees. Basically, there's a GoFundMe link down below, and if you want to be a part of our rewilding project, we're planting in this field here, and we're also planting in the field on the other side of the greenhouses over there. And basically, you can buy a tree, and I'll put a tree in the ground on your behalf. And some, any contribution helps, and we will put a tree in the ground, no matter what it is. And also, I'll make a sign to go with the tree with your name on, or maybe in memory of a loved one. Anyway, it's time for me to go, so I can say toodaloo, you know. And let me know what you think, because this is just driving me potty. It really is. What's going on with the Labour Party?